time you guys came to stay? You flipped out and tried to leave without saying goodbye?
Hi, and welcome to Hollywood Impact. My name is Christian, and this is Zach. And if you have not seen us, then welcome. And if you have, welcome back. So today we are talking about Speak No Evil, the new thriller movie, which I think, I'm not 100% sure. I think there was another movie that was actually like it may not have been called the exact same, but there was a movie that came out like a few years ago that had like the exact concept that this movie has, but taken in a different place.
Yeah.
But it stars James McAvoy, aka Charles Xavier,
Yeah.
and other people I don't know. A bunch of other
Same.
people that I don't know. And it is basically a sort of like a horror thriller. But let's go ahead and get into it. Zach, what'd you think about this movie?
I liked it. As I do with most other movies we review, it seems like. It's an enjoyable movie.
This was surprisingly I knew it was going to be okay at least because from the trailers, which by the way, if you saw any of the trailers, you know what this movie's about. It doesn't that's part of the bad part about watching trailers nowadays is that they spoil so much stuff. But to make it a bit more clear, it's got a pretty simple concept. Family meets these new people. They go spend time with them at their place, and some dark events happen, as you can see in the trailer. But I say, it was a pretty enjoyable film. I was a little skeptical going in just because I thought I knew that it was not a remake, but like a rehash of something I'd seen before. And it does take some tropes and concepts from other horror films. But I think that this movie does a great job of keeping tension and building tension. There are a couple moments where it falters off just a little bit. There's one big plot hole that really, I don't want to say big plot hole. It's one part of the plot that kind of throws me for a loop. But other than that, everything is very well crafted and well done.
Yeah.
And dude, James McAvoy, what the heck?
Gosh.
He as soon as I walked out, I was like, he is one of the most underrated actors of our time.
It's criminal that he's not a bad guy in more movies.
Give this man an Oscar, Emmy. I don't care which one it is. I don't care. Give him one because in this movie he carries the majority of this movie,
big time.
And
not that the others are bad.
No. That one's good.
They're boring. It's intentionally boring.
It's like the other people that are in this film, they can be replaced, but I don't know if there's many people who could replace James McAvoy.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
As Patty.
Yeah.
What an unintimidating name for an intimidating character. But no, it's very clear. There's not a whole lot of gray area. There's not a lot of things to try to decipher. There's not a lot of clues or mysteries. It's pretty straightforward, and I think that it's super effective in that way.
Yeah, I'd say so too. And you know that they're bad the whole time. You know they're bad, especially if you've seen the trailer.
Yeah.
And you're just waiting to the point to see how and why they're bad.
Yeah.
And what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it. And I love how uncomfortable they make you feel.
It is very uncomfortable.
The first hour, it's literally an hour and 20 minutes of just uncomfortable acting.
And then it hits the fan.
Yeah, then it hits the fan, and it is awesome.
That is one part I really liked about it too, was it did a good job of choosing the moment in which things happen.
Yeah.
And when the dark events occur, they did a great job of picking and choosing when those things happen.
Yeah.
It's not like, a bunch of bad things happen back to back, and then it's just, downhill the rest of the film. It's there's moments of up, then there'll be a down moment. It'll go up just a little bit, back down.
Yeah, and it's a slight down at first, back up, a little bigger of a down, back up, and then a really these guys are crazy, and then we're back up again.
Right.
For some reason,
we're back
for some
up.
reason. Well, we'll get there in spoilers.
Correct.
And then oh shit. And then I love the last 30 minutes.
No, it's just great, and all the kills, thrills, all that stuff, all well done across the board. I didn't find anything particular about the soundtrack that helped this movie at all. I feel like in most horror films, they really lean on like a good soundtrack. I'm glad that this movie does not. It doesn't have to have some big suspenseful like, you know, right before the scares or whatever. It doesn't have to have that. And that's a great thing, but it didn't feel like there was a whole lot going on in the background. I guess that helped it feel more focused, but I wish I could have had a little bit more of that. But overall, no, it's solid, really solid film. Go out and see it. Don't take your kids. Do not take your kids. Oh my gosh. It was pretty crazy.
It's a safe movie. They didn't take any risks. No. And that's fine. Like, I enjoyed the movie.
Totally fine. Yeah. Like, I would be okay with seeing this again. Like, if somebody asked me, hey, will you go to the theater again and watch this? I'd be hesitant a little bit, but like, I wouldn't immediately say no. Like, I would think about it, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing for a horror film. There's not very many horror films that I would go and rewatch in the theater. Yeah. So, but I'm ready to give it a rating if you want.
All right. Yeah, I am too.
I'm gonna give it a solid 8. I think it's a solid film. I think doing any less than that would be criminal too. And I think doing more than that would also be criminal because I don't think it doesn't do anything spectacularly except for James McAvoy.
Yes.
Great in his sphere, but nothing else about the film is spectacular.
Yeah, I am in agreement.
Sweet.
I also
Straight
think,
8.
I also think it is an 8.
Let's go. Yeah, that's all the thoughts I got for it. You?
That's pretty much all I got.
That's it. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in again. And be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a beat. And as always, have a good one.
Peace out, guys.